Everyone, welcome to Figma tips and tricks tutorial, and today I'm going to create tabs using Figma variables and conditions. And here is an example. So in this example we have three tabs: UX, UI and usability. So clicking on UI, it is giving the content related to UI, and once I selected the UX, the related content will be here. So let's see how we can create this tab, and it is going to be very interesting and little tricky. So trick is very simple, and we are seeing this trick from first video, and I think I'm going to use the same trick to create the tab. So for here I'm going to take this rectangle which will create the tab. So creating a tab, set the width and height. So next, giving the radius for top. Now this is done, we can give the text tab 1. So this font will take 25 is fine, and here align this. So trick is very simple. Here I'm going to add one more state. Just duplicate this and keep it the same. Now this will be the name as active. So we'll say active 1, and here we can give the active color. Now this is done for tab 1, so select this and duplicate, make it tab 2. So before that, just we'll make this group of tab 1, and here we can say tab 1, and for this I'm going to say tab 2 and group it, and here tab 2. Now this will be the active 2. So going forward, duplicate this again and say tab 3, and here also we can say tab 3. So tabs work is done. Now the next, going to create the panel. So take the rectangle, create here, and this rectangle, just little cosmetic we need to do, and radius, so little effect. Now it is looking fine, so we can write the text here, tab 1 container, or we can say content. So it is looking fine, we just need to say this 22. Now this is tab 1 container, just we need to group this and say the panel 1. So this is panel 1, and duplicate this, So this will be tab 2 content, and this will be panel 2. Now next, just duplicate this and say tab 3 content, and here you can say panel 3. So all work is done. Now next, go to the design and create here variables. So create variable, need boolean, and here we can say tab 1, tab 2, and tab 3. So it is fine. Next, for the panel 1, and this will be panel 2, and then panel 3. So by default, tab 1 will be true and panel 1 will be true, remaining all false. So next work is to pass through the layer. So select the tab 1. Here we made an active state. So what is the use of active state? Just select this and pass through. Pass through the tab 1. Same way active 2. Pass through tab 2. You can see if it is a false, it is getting disabled. So now active 3, oh we forgot. So now make it active 3 and pass through tab 3. So you can see why I have used here active state. So next I'm going to pass through for the panel 1. Here panel 1, this is fine. Now panel 2, which is under the panel 1. So panel 2 false, panel 3 false. So once check again, panel 3 is fine, panel 2 is fine, and panel 1 is fine. Now we'll check this. Okay, so active, yeah, tab 3, tab 2, and then tab. Now going to write the interaction. So come to the prototype and here select the tab 1, because we are going to click on tab 1 and then it is active and it will go to the active state, and if I click on tab 2 it is going to false the active state. So very simple and very easy. Just we need to say true, false, true, false. Here tab 1, come to the interaction and add the condition here. So we know this is a true, but we are going to add the condition for the false state first. So we'll say if tab 1 equal to false, then set variable tab 1 true. So once we are writing for true, we need to add the else part. So we can say set variable tab 1 false. So this work is done for the tab 1. But what will happen if I click on tab 1, another 2 will be false and another content should not show. So it is under this tab 1 content, But suppose if we click on tab 2 and their content is visible, even we go to the tab 1, the tab 2 content will be visible. So for that, we'll add the some conditions. So first we'll cover the tabs. So this is just for the active the tab 1. So it is very easy. Just click on condition and say once it is true, this all false. So here tab 1 equal to true, add action, set variable, tab 2 false. So once it is a false, I'm not going to write for the else. So add condition tab 1 equal to true, then add action, set variable, tab 3 will be false. So these tabs are covered. Now I'm going to write for the panel. So just add action, take action and add condition. Now here add the condition as tab 1 equal to true and add action, set variable. Here we have to select the panel 1 true. So once the panel 1 is true, so need to add the else part, set variable, panel 1 will be false. So this part is done for the panel 1. Now remaining two panels would be false. So tab 1 equal to true. Then what will happen? Add action, set variable, panel 2 false. And then the last one, same way, just say tab 1 true and add action, set variable, last panel. So panel 3, what will be? False. So next this is done and I'm going to paste the same interaction to remaining two tabs, so it will take very less time to change tab 1 to tab 2 in here. So check again, like tab 1 equal to false, so tab 1 will be true and else tab 1 false. So now for false 2 state, tab 2 and tab 3, so tab 1 true, tab 2 false. And once the tab 1 true, tab 3 false, fine, tab 1 equal to true, then panel 1 will be true. And then if it is true, then else part it will be false. And then panel, okay, so tab 1 true, then panel 2 false, tab 1 true, then panel 3 false. So this is fine. Now we can copy this and paste it for tab 2. Just we have to replace tab 1 with tab 2. So here tab 2 is fine, and here instead tab 1 tab 2 and the next tab 1 tab 2, and here here we are going to change tab 2 with tab 1, and one more place tab 2 then tab 3. This is fine, no need to change. Now come to the panel part. So tab 2 true, then panel 2 will be true and remaining okay. So else part, panel 2 false, and if tab 1 okay, so here tab 2 true, then panel 1 false. and remaining panel 3. So just we need to change the tab 1 with the tab 2. Now this is done. So next we need to copy this and paste in tab 3. Again we'll change this tab 2 with the tab 3. So if it is false, then tab 3 will be true and tab 3 will be false. So it is really interesting. We don't need to set a lot of things, just need to replace it. Tab 3, and here once the tab 3 is true, so tab 1 will be false. This will work here, and here once the tab 3 is true, then here we need to change tab 1. So already we have said tab 1, here we can say tab 2. Now for the panel, tab 3 equal to true, then panel 3 will be true. So once panel 3 will be true, so set panel 3 will be false. Cool. Next tab 3, and here panel 1 false. Cool. And this one instead 2, 3, and instead of 3 we have to say panel 2. Now we will preview. So tab 1 content here, tab 2 content here, tab 3 content here. So checking some mistakes, it is there or not. It is working fine. So if we want, we can give little effect to tab also, add effect, shadow, it is fine, but we can say this, and then active 2, the same effect, and here we can say level 12, and active 3 effect, and here 12. So we'll preview again, just refresh, reload. So tab 1, tab 2, tab 3. Yeah, done with this. So now we are going to see what all things we have done. So here I have created tab 1, tab 2, tab 3, panel 1, 2, 3, and panel 1 and tab 1 is true. Next, what we did here, I just passed through this active here and then active 2, and you can see the attach one, so it is like past. Okay, attach, yes. So once you detach, the functionality will go. Now going to the panel, so this panel is attached. So while creating this, keep in mind these all things, and I think this trick is easy to achieve the tabs. Now if you want to convert to the component, you can do this. Just select all and you can make it component. So if you want frame or outside frame, you can take it to the outside frame and convert it, or either just I'm taking this as with the frame to preview also. So select this all, and I'm going to create a component. Now component is created. We'll preview this. So tab 1, tab 2 and tab 3. It is working fine. So how is the trick? Please don't forget to write on the comment. And thank you very much to listening me.